Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, great. Okay. So yesterday's class just we started off something about the servlet. So what is the servlet? It will be some things there in the server side where it listens our requests and gives the response. So let us discuss a bit more detail about that. Okay, consider these are the client browsers which are been coming as a request to the server. So consider this as a web server one. Okay, consider this is one web server. So when the requests are coming in Apache, there is Apache Tomcat. There is Apache server separately for this is also called as HTTP. D is called as a daemon. Okay, this is the one which is going to listen your request. Okay, and these requests are given it to the I mean I'm trying to tell about the before servlet how the programming was there. Before the servlet we are using the CGI. Okay, common gateway interface kind of a programming. It's a kind of a scripting. Okay, so for that we are using either C++ or Perl. It depends upon your requirement. So we are using the CGI to process your requests. So before the servlet how it was there, like when the requests are coming, HTTPD is the one which is going to listen your requests, and it is going to give to the and HTTP one is it is going to create a separate processes. Okay, process one, process two, process three. For example, for the first request, it is going to create one process one. For the second request, it is going to create second process. For third request, it is going to create third process. And these processes and these processes are handled by the CGI, Common Gateway Interface. Okay, that's kind of scripting. Okay, that scripting is going to handle these kinds of a process. Then what is the problem with this, and why we move towards the servlet programming? Why we ignored this? See, some common problems are first one here, instead of creating the threads, so instead of creating threads, we are creating the process are a little bit heavy than the threads. Okay, and then um, here we are using C, C++ and parallel language. So C, C++ and parallel language are like, not portable kind of languages. So everyone should go on mute. Okay, so processors are the one, like, it's like a little bit heavyweight and we cannot use, okay, consider if many requests are coming, then what happens? It is going to create a many processors, as because of these are very heavy, it cannot able to handle the many requests. Okay, it is going to have the limitation. Once that limitation is crossed, then the server will get hanged again. You need to restart again, you need to do the configuration settings and everything, or you need to increase the memory settings. So this is not like, correct one. And second thing is like, we are using the C, C++ or parallel language for CGI, for scripting. So as these are not portable languages, it will create a problem when you're trying to port this particular script from one server to the other server. So that's the reason we move towards the servlet instead of using this. So let us see how the servlet programming looks like. Okay, I'll show you the same picture better. You can save time. So then what happens here? Let me remove this complete part. As it is in the servlets also, the client browser will send the request and have Apache HTTP is the one which is going to listen your requests. Okay, and then it is going to use one servlet. Yes. Now, so we are going to create one servlet object in the server in the web container, you can say. Okay, and then in this case, it is going Apache D1 the one which is going to create the multiple threads instead of creating the process. Okay, instead of creating the process, it is going to create the multiple threads. So as we know, threads are like little bit lightweight than the process because thread is just part of a process. Okay, thread is just a part of a process, big process. So within the process we can create multiple threads in such a way. So such kind of program means nothing but only one process or two processes are more than good enough at here, to be frank. I mean, such memory, that much memory is more than good enough like that. Okay, so that's the reason we are creating the threads at here instead of creating the process. And these threads have their own common memory area. Okay, their own common memory, I mean nothing but it's going to share the memory, and it is going to if some privacy data is there, it is going to preserve that privacy data also. So that kind of capabilities are there with the threads. So that's the reason these threads are going to invoke with the common servlet object. Okay, and these methods description and their variable description, everything will be like, each thread is having its own stack area. Okay, in the method area, in that one it is going to store the variables and data, I mean in the method signatures. Okay, so that's the reason we can able to save the privacy also. And second thing is like, as we are writing the servlet programming by using Java is a portable language, so there will be no issues. I mean, whenever you are trying to copy the servlet to a different server, then there will be no portable problems. Okay, these are the two advantages that we can able to get over the CGI programming. So that's the reason people are nowadays looking for the servlets. Okay, got an idea, Yari?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so servlet is an interface, and this interface is having five important methods. Servlet config, service method, this is having two parameters. Okay, public, next method is public void destroy, and get servlet config, get servlet info. So these are the five methods which have been important in this interface. Okay, by using these methods only, it is going to take the request, it is going to process the requests. Okay, let us see from the starting. Init. Init is a kind of a method. Whenever you are trying to hit for the first time, this method is going to get executed. Okay, next, service. Service is the method every time you are trying to hit the server. Service is the method which is going to get invoked. Okay, service is the method which is going to get invoked and is going to process the request, and this is the method which is going to give the response back. Okay, next, destroy. Destroy is the method like if you want to create the if you want to delete the servlet from the web container, or you can say from the server, then that time you're going to call the destroy method. Okay, and then these are normal methods like, get servlet config. If you want to get the servlet config, then you need to call this, and get servlet info is just it's going to give the information about the particular servlet. Okay, so the mainly the three important methods are these three only. Okay, let us try to create one simple program on this so that we'll get more idea. Let me go to the web apps, test application. See, yesterday I have created one var file with one.html file. HTML files are the static files. Okay, these are like not like a dynamic files. So static files will run. But if you want the dynamic response kind of a thing, then you need to go for the servlets. Okay, um, let me try to create the project structure.
Copy.
So we'll take one servlet here called first. First implements servlet. Okay, methods which have been present are public void init method, servlet config is the default one. So what I did, I have taken one first as a Java class. I have implemented the servlet interface. This interface is having 5 methods. One is init, service, destroy, get servlet config, and get servlet info. Okay, let's try to compile this program. Let me go to the command prompt. I'm sure I'm going to get the errors at here. Hmm, yes. So it is saying the symbol. It's saying like I cannot find the symbol, whatever it is. Okay, can't find symbol. So the reason behind is like you need to set the class path. Set class path is equal to here. In order to work with the servlets, we need to download the servlet-api.jar file. Okay, we need to download the servlet-api.jar file. So this is the one. So we need to download this, and then we need to set the path up to here, class path. Okay, enter. Now try to compile the program.
Hi, Mani.
Yes.
Hey, yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Who implemented this Servlet API jar?
Huh, good question. Sun Microsystem is the one which released the servlet API, right?
Okay. Then yeah.
And
Then why we need external jar then? Because it is
exactly,
impl
exactly. They were going to release the API, and someone in the world should provide the implementation for that API, right?
got it. Yeah.
Okay, so it depends upon, for example, if I'm using the WebLogic person is going to provide the implementation for the servlet API. Okay, if I'm using the Tomcat is the person who's going to provide the implementation for API. Or if you are very much aware of this threading kind of a programming, yes, you can also write a program for this servlet API. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever they provide the implementation, so what, see, for example, what are the things presented here? I don't want to go that much depth. That's the reason I have started with a simple program. Okay, there were actually two main packages are present. Okay, one is Java X dot servlet package. Okay, in this package, if you see, it is having some set of classes and interfaces. Okay, if you try to see the interface present here, there are like many. One is servlet interface, servlet config, servlet context, or you can say servlet request and servlet response. Okay, filters, filter chains, all these are the interfaces, and it is having some implementation classes, or like generic servlet. So these are the implementation classes for the above interfaces. Okay, so what they did is like they given some set of classes and interfaces by default for you. Okay, you can use this by default. And if you want to work with the servlets, okay, I'm having one web container in a server. Okay, that web container can understand the servlet. Okay, can understand the servlet. So what you need to do, you are, as a developer, you need to provide the implementation for that particular servlet and give it to me, so that I can able to work, I can able to understand your servlet. Got it right?
Okay. But here we are implementing, right? We are writing our own code, right, inside.
Exactly, by default they have given something. Okay, I'm telling about, see, servlet is an interface. By default they have given, along with that they provide the implementation class also, generic servlet or HTTP servlet.
Okay.
I'm not going that much distance. Okay, so I'm covering from the scratch,
Okay.
so that after that we'll go and use the existing ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me try to execute this program. Let us see some simple things like how this one works and all. Okay. S- Destroy method. So see what I did at here. Um, I have taken one simple program. For this one, init, service, destroy, get servlet config, and get servlet info. Okay, these are the five methods being present. Hey, you guys were there? Were able to listen, or connection is lost? Vijay, you are able to see, listen my voice now?
Yeah.
Great. Sorry, actually I lost the connection. Okay. So you're able to see my screen too, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay then. Now, so these are the 5 methods. I have kept some sysouts so that I've been able to see all these information in a servlet console. So let me try to compile this. Clear.
Hi, Mani. I was not listening. You were teaching?
Come again? Sorry?
I was not listening. You are teaching the whole time?
No, 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 no. Actually, I lost the connection. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now let me try to compile. Yes, my program got compiled. Now, second thing I need to do. So, first, you need to provide the implementation for the servlet. Okay, and you need to provide all these 5 methods. And second, while compiling, you need to set the class path to up to where to servlet api.jar file. Okay, this is the jar file which is having the implementation for those servlets. Okay, whatever the right now see, I'm using servlet request, servlet response, and servlet. And for all these ones, servlet config, for all these ones, the implementation is present inside the servlet-api.jar file. So that's the reason. Please try to set the class path for this. Okay, once this is done, then you can compile the program so that if the compilation is done, you're going to get one.
Can we save the jar file anywhere?
Sorry, Ari.
Can we save the jar file anywhere?
Your wish. It's no. It's like there will be no restrictions for you, but you thing is like you need to set the path. That's it. Where it is. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, for the compilation time. Okay, and then I will tell you at runtime also. Just take this class file and go to the classes and paste it here because this is a class file, so it should present under the classes only. Okay, next third step, you need to go to the web.xml. Okay, here in the web.xml, okay, this is a common prologue, right? XML prologue. Okay, this is a common one. Next, here some specific tags are present for this web.xml. Okay, you need to provide the entries for those servlets. Okay, let me try to take one simple.
Hi, Mani.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that servlet API jar is like a ODBC jar like we add in JDBC.
Um, just like that only. Yes, whenever you are trying to work with the JDBC, right? That time
Yeah, because that
you should, yes, you need the implementation for those JDBC. I mean, whatever the class and interfaces, for example, connections, statements. So you need the implementation for those classes, right? So from where you are going to get ODBC, JDBC 14.jar,
like
right?
Oracle.
Or JDBC
Yeah.
14.jar. The
So
same way at here also, you are trying to work with the servlets, right?
okay.
So you should, I mean, that dot class files will be there in a class path. So that's why first we need to download the jar file and we need to set in a class path.
Yeah, here my question is like, ODBC jar we are using from Oracle one, right? So here, since we are using Apache, we need to download Apache one.
No, not like that. It's like, servlets are like, common for all the servers. So um, just download the servlet-api.jar. Actually, to speak, yes, you are
Okay.
correct. In WebLogic, there is a one, and Tomcat, there is a one like that. It's okay. Not required like.
Okay. It's not like vendor specific. Hello?
Hello? Me, I'm listening you, but we are not listening.
Hello?
Hi, Vijay. I'm listening you, but we are not listening, Mani.
Yeah, correct. Maybe again the connection lost.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I think we need to sign out again.
Yeah, I'll ping him.
Hello.